How has integration truly affected the Black community? Has it empowered or disempowered us? It's a question that we need to ponder upon. Integration as a concept was designed to bring about equality, to level the playing field, and to allow everyone, regardless of their race or background, to have the same opportunities. It was hailed as a triumphant step towards eradicating racial disparities and ushering in a new era of unity and mutual respect. But has it lived up to its promise? Integration has certainly opened doors for many and has allowed for a greater degree of diversity and inclusion in various sectors of society. However, it's important to consider the flip side of this coin. The unintended consequences of integration on the Black community are often overlooked. What if, instead of empowering us, integration has inadvertently led to the erosion of the very foundations that once held the Black community together? Consider the impact on Black businesses. Before integration, Black communities were largely self-sufficient. Money circulated within the community, nourishing local businesses and fostering economic growth. But with integration came competition, and many Black businesses struggled to keep up. This has led to the minimization of Black-owned businesses, impacting the economic vitality of Black communities. Similarly, let's think about the perception of historically Black colleges and living in Black communities. Integration has led to an increase in the enrollment of Black students in predominantly white institutions, which is indeed a positive development. But simultaneously, there's been a decline in the enrollment in historically Black colleges. Has the perception of attending a Black college or living in a Black community declined since integration? These questions, along with other alarming statistics, are worth exploring as we assess the impact of integration on the Black community. It's crucial to remember that the goal here isn't to negate the benefits of integration, but rather to understand its full impact, both positive and negative. So let's dive deeper into how integration has changed the life of the Black community. Prior to integration, the Black community had a thriving internal economy, but how exactly did it function? Well, let's take a journey back in time. The key word here is self-reliance. The Black community was a vibrant ecosystem of Black-owned businesses, from grocery stores to barbershops, from schools to banks, all serving their community first and foremost. The Black dollar, as it was often referred to, had a significant value and a long lifespan within the community. It circulated numerous times before leaving the community, thus bolstering the local economy and fostering the growth of these businesses. Black business owners knew their customers personally and understood their needs, which led to a deeply interconnected and resilient community. This thriving economy was underscored by a strong sense of pride and unity. The Black community supported their own, knowing that every dollar spent within the community was a step towards self-determination and economic independence. In essence, the Black dollar wasn't just currency, it was a symbol of empowerment and self-reliance. Moreover, the economic prosperity within the Black community was not just limited to businesses, it extended to education as well. Many Black students attended historically Black colleges and universities, institutions that were built to serve and uplift the Black community. These institutions were seen as beacons of hope and gateways to opportunities, nurturing generations of Black leaders, scholars, and innovators. But it wasn't just about economics or education. It was about community. Living in predominantly Black neighborhoods was not viewed as a disadvantage, but rather as a testament to the strength and resilience of the Black community. These neighborhoods were vibrant, filled with culture, camaraderie, and shared experiences. So, you see, before integration, the Black community was not just surviving, but thriving, fueled by a sense of unity, self-reliance, and economic independence. The Black dollar was a powerful tool for community development and empowerment. That was before integration. Now let's see what happened after. Post-integration, the economic landscape of the Black community underwent a seismic shift. But was it for the better? In the aftermath of integration, the circulation of money within the Black community took a different turn. Prior to this, Black businesses thrived, as Black dollars circulated within the community. Local stores, services, and enterprises were largely owned and operated by Black individuals, creating a sense of self-sufficiency and empowerment. Money earned within the community was spent within it, fostering economic growth and stability. However, following integration, the scenario drastically changed. Black businesses began to decline as communities became more integrated. Black consumers, now having access to a wider range of businesses, often chose to spend their money outside of their immediate community. This outward flow of resources led to a decreased dependency on Black-owned businesses and an increased dependency on external economies. The repercussions of this shift were profound. The loss of Black-owned businesses meant a decrease in employment opportunities for Black individuals within their own communities. The sense of economic self-sufficiency was eroded. Moreover, the decline of Black businesses resulted in a decrease in wealth accumulation within the Black community, leading to a widening wealth gap. It's important to understand that the issue is not Black individuals spending their money in non-Black businesses. The problem arises when Black communities become economically dependent on external entities, to the detriment of their own businesses. This imbalance in economic power can potentially lead to socio-economic disparities and hinder the progress of the Black community. The dramatic shift in the economic landscape also had a psychological impact. The decline of Black businesses led to a perceived lack of success within the Black community, further perpetuating negative stereotypes and affecting the community's morale and self-image. But it's not just the economy that has been affected. Let's look at the educational sphere. Education is the key to the future, but where are Black students choosing to unlock their potential? The shift in education following integration has seen a notable decline in enrollment at historically Black colleges and universities, commonly known as HBCUs. These institutions, once the only option for Black individuals seeking higher education, have seen a decrease in student populations over the years. This drop is not due to a lack of interest in education among the Black community, far from it. Instead, it's a reflection of the increasing number of Black students choosing to attend predominantly white institutions, or PWIs. This shift towards PWIs is not without consequence. While these institutions offer a diverse academic environment, they can sometimes lack the cultural understanding and support that HBCUs provide. Despite this, the perception that attending a PWI provides a better education or more opportunities post-graduation is a compelling factor for many. What's more, the value of education from Black institutions has also seen a change in perception. Once revered as beacons of Black empowerment and intellectualism, HBCUs are now often viewed as less desirable. This shift in perception is disheartening, considering the rich history and significant contributions these institutions have made and continue to make to society. It's important to note that this isn't a question of the quality of education provided by HBCUs, but rather a reflection of societal attitudes and misconceptions. HBCUs have a long-standing tradition of nurturing Black minds and fostering a sense of community and belonging that is often unmatched at PWIs, yet they are now battling the perception that they are inferior to their predominantly white counterparts. The shift in education and the changing perceptions of Black institutions are not isolated phenomena. They are part of a larger narrative that has seen the Black community grappling with the impacts of integration. It's a narrative that requires us to question and challenge the structures that perpetuate these misconceptions. This shift in education and perception is just a part of the larger picture. Let's put it all together. Integration has changed the face of the Black community in ways we couldn't have predicted. But what does it all mean? Let's connect the dots. The economic and educational landscapes for the Black community have been significantly reshaped by integration. Once upon a time, the Black dollar would circulate within the Black community for weeks, sometimes even months. It was a self-sustaining ecosystem that supported local businesses and in turn the community itself. Post-integration, however, the Black dollar barely lasts 6 hours in the community. This shift has disempowered Black businesses, diminishing their financial stability and growth potential. In the realm of education, the narrative is similar. Historically, Black colleges, once the bedrock of Black academia, have seen a sharp decline in enrollment rates. Simultaneously, the number of Black students in traditionally white institutions has skyrocketed. This shift has led to a diminished perception of Black colleges, further devaluing their societal and cultural significance. Beyond these, there are other alarming statistics. For example, the wealth gap between Black and white families has more than tripled since the 60s. Moreover, Black unemployment rates consistently remain double that of whites, a trend that has persisted for decades. It's clear that the impact of integration has been more complex than initially thought. This is not to suggest that integration is inherently negative, but rather to highlight the need for a more nuanced understanding of its consequences. It's time to reevaluate our strategies and work towards creating a truly equitable society. So we've seen how integration has affected the Black community, for better and for worse. We've journeyed from the days of thriving Black businesses and strong community bonds through the era of integration that had both empowering and debilitating effects. We've also taken a hard look at the shift in educational choices and the changing perceptions of historically Black colleges. As we ponder these changes, let's remember, knowledge is power. Please like and subscribe to this channel for more insightful discussions.